The Shiba Inu is presently the subject of much anticipation. There has been some fluctuation in the price. A lot of people are trying to guess what's going on. Coinbase also revealed a huge bombshell which just added gasoline to the fire. Today it seemed like hundreds of billions of Shiba Inus were up for debate. Wait, there's more. Additionally, the Shiba Inu group stepped in and overcame a historical hurdle for the breed. Why is this taking place? How come the Shiba Inu will go down in history books forever? Okay, I'll try to clarify. Important notice. Shiba Inu's been really erratic recently. A roller coaster of price swings has been the market recently. However, the bright side is this. At last things have begun to settle down. People are talking just because the chart is beginning to level out a bit, but the madness really begins at this point. Others are incredibly pumped up, while some are still trying to make sense of what's going on. Why? Because a huge bombshell has just gone off. According to Coinbase directly, no one is looking the other way. It seems like a ton of Shiba Inu tokens changed hands today. In this one deal alone, we're talking billions. You don't see that very often. And then, as if by magic, the Shiba Inu group made a shocking statement. This has never occurred in Shiba Inu history. Please wait a second, I know you're eager to find out. In light of everything that has happened, let's step back and examine the big picture of Shiba Inu's chart. Now we get to the exciting part. Despite the fact that Shiba Inu has fallen significantly from its previous peak, it remains quite powerful. Experts agree that large holders aren't leaving anytime soon. They are not offloading. They appear to be doing the exact reverse, actually. The Shiba Inu is clinging to a crucial level, barely below two important moving averages. Even while it hasn't broken out completely just yet, it has recovered from its April lows and is making another run at key areas. The steam is slowly rising. Here, have a look. There is extremely optimistic indication in the on-chain data. The whales are becoming increasingly active. The largest holdings have seen a dramatic increase in inflows during the last several months. A noticeable surge, indicative of buildup, occurred just last week. They are preparing to mount. Simultaneously, there has been a significant decline in outflows, or the removal of tokens from circulation. The whales aren't migrating. According to that, they're not selling, but they are hanging around and may even be transferring tokens between wallets. Moreover, there has been a dramatic increase in the frequency of Shiba Inu wallets containing 6 to 8-figure sums. People that are committed for the long haul usually act like that. This isn't a flipper for the short term. They are believers with a long-term vision who are preparing for something significant. Let me tell you something. A trend towards larger holders coincides with a tiny decline in the use of smaller wallet addresses. Such a redistribution typically occurs just before a period of rather stable growth. It appears as though the market is preparing for its next major shift by resetting and stabilizing. By the way, the entire Shiba Inu community was rocked by Coinbase's recent announcement. Listen up, folks. Something big occurred only a short while ago. Someone who had been secretly stocking up on Shiba Inu for the last month just made a significant move, and it was a whale. This individual had been patiently amassing about 200 billion tokens. Under the radar, $1 billion. However, all of a sudden, they sent the whole bag back to Coinbase in a single transaction. This Shiba Inu was sold for millions of dollars all at once. So in most cases, what does that imply? It may indicate that they are getting ready to sell. They may have done so already though. It becomes even more intriguing from there. Looking at the wallet's history reveals that all those Shiba Inu tokens were originally purchased from Coinbase in 3 separate chunks during the past few weeks, gently and silently. Their current value is slightly higher than their value at the time. After some quick calculations, it appears that this whale may have just made hundreds of thousands of dollars on its round trip. Yes, it does sound like a win. However, concerns arise at this point. The positive kind. The tokens were returned to their original Coinbase wallet in their entirety. Common individual traders don't typically do that. It seems more like an internal issue. Something planned. Perhaps the whale trade was everything but ordinary. It could have been a subplot to a larger unseen plot. That is why the Shiba Inu community is going absolutely nuts over this. The timing is absolutely perfect, whether if this was a real sale or merely a random shuffle among Coinbase wallets. The market value of Shiba Inus was already on the rise when this decision was made. The value of the whale's assets increased dramatically in the span of a few weeks. That leaves two possible outcomes. Either they were privy to the plan and escaped just in time, or, the thrilling part starts now, they're laying the groundwork for a much larger event. In light of this, how does it affect Shiba Inus? Attention is conveyed, huge sums of money, action, and maybe even momentum, because there is usually a rationale behind these kinds of actions. The fact that it went back to the same hot wallet so quickly indicates that this is not your average sell-off. That little element makes a huge difference. Something is happening behind the scenes, it seems. Perhaps an internal shakeup, perhaps a shift in focus, perhaps even in the lead-up to a big listing update, utility transfer, or announcement. Do they have any knowledge that we do not? Is there confidential information circulating? Anything that the general public is unaware of at this time? Most likely so. This kind of behavior is typically a reaction to something larger when whales exhibit it, particularly during interactions. There is an impending event. The effect is bullish regardless of the precise explanation. Why? The Shiba Inu is once again the center of attention. The charts alleviate anxiety. Whales are swimming around. Things are starting to add up. In front of all eyes, Shiba Inus valued millions of dollars have just made a daring move. The Shiba Inu enters its next developmental stage when it experiences this type of energy. A stage where it begins to shed its excess zeros and make progress towards new benchmarks. And if past events are any indication, Shiba Inus prefer to pull off unexpected explosive maneuvers. Everything needed is on hand. Community excitement, price consolidation, whale behavior and exchange activity. Something major is happening, and we don't know if it's the start of a new strategy or the quiet before a storm. And it's bullish in any way you look at it. The work on Shiba Inus is far from finished. Absolutely not. It is merely warming up. And then out of the blue, the Shiba Inu development team dropped a bombshell on us. This is quite remarkable, as it is the first of its kind in Shiba Inu history. Take a look at this. With the latest upgrade to the Zipto app, owners of Shiba Inus may now use a single login to access both Shiba Swap and Shibarium. Leave your wallet and app switching to a bare minimum. You can see it clearly. Easy to use, quick and with little expenses. It's as if the entire Shiba Inu ecosystem was compressed onto your mobile device. But that's not all. It gets surreal. Another item they dropped was the Vault keycard, which serves as a safe haven for your Shiba Inu tokens. Zipto is the pioneer in providing Shiba Inu with next-gen protection at the level of cold storage. Trust and safety have won big time with that. This is the kind of content that elevates Shiba Inu beyond the status of a meme and into the realm of DeFi. Practical use, honesty, genuine acceptance. Plus you can bet that when there's advancement like that, prices move accordingly. There will be more excitement, more tokens locked up, and more people using Shiba Inu. That price has fewer zeros too. And that breakout might happen very soon. Because one expert claims that Shiba Inus are really on the cusp of great things to come. Let me tell you what's happening. An analyst named Mike has been poring over Shiba